after quite a long spell of time, due to certain types of problems, I could not simply keep in touch with you. But today, I am simply brushing myself up and gearing myself up for my next course of studies, and that comes under your past tense. Present tense, the four forms of the present tense are already over. Today, we have to switch over to the past tense. So, what do you mean by past tense? Always remember the past tense of the verb. I have already told you. Tense means it is the form of the verb that is related to time. So when we say past tense or when we refer to past tense, we commonly mean the past time action. Past time means it is the past time action. That means when the action is already over in the past. That is called past tense. So when the past tense verb is there, we always means that it is the past time action. That means the verb related to the past time is already called the past tense. That means the verb refers to past time action is called the past tense form. Okay? Just like the present tense, our past tense has all these. We have got four forms of past tense. Just like the present tense, number one, it is called past simple. Number two, it is called past progressive. Past progressive or past continuous. Number three, it is called past perfect. Number four, it is called past perfect progressive or continuous. Just like the present tense, we have also the four forms of a past tense. But always remember, your past tense means the action that is already over in the past. So far as the past tense is concerned, we also refer to the four important or the leading forms of a past tense. Number one is called the past simple. Number two is called past progressive or the continuous. Number three, past perfect. And number four means it is the combination of a past continuous and past perfect, which creates another form of the past tense that is called past perfect progressive. So these are the four important forms of a past tense. You always remember these four forms of the past tense. So first, we move to your past simple. What is the past simple? Before you know the various uses of a past simple, it is very important for you to know about the making of a past simple. What is the making of a past simple? That means how past simple is made. It is called the making. What is the making of the past simple? Number one, it is the be verb. Be verb means referring to being or existence. So the past simple of a be verb is was versus were. These are the two forms of the be verb under past simple. Number two, it is the have verb. So what is the past simple of have verb? That is have. Because have is the second form of the verb have. So any verb that comes second is called the past simple. So be verb past simple was were, have verb past simple have. Number three is the other main verb. What is the other main verbs? So far as the other main verbs of a past simple are concerned, you always remember that. Suppose the first verb is to go. What is the past simple verb? Past simple is the verb is the went. Went is the second form of the verb go. To go is the base verb. Go is the present simple. Went is the past simple. Suppose you take the verb to write. If to write is the base verb, its past simple is wrote. Wrote is the second form of the verb. So any verb that comes second is called the past simple verb. Suppose another verb is to know. So the second form of the verb to know is called knew. So this is the past simple. So these are the past simple verbs, just like went, wrote, knew. Then another verb which is spoke, which comes from the verb to speak. Another verb is called also cut. These are the three forms of the verb as in the same number. That is why they are called your weak verbs. They are never strong verbs because the present, past and the past participle, these three principal forms of the verbs are in the same form. That is why they are called irregular verbs or weak verbs. So talking about the other main verbs, you always remember that these are the base verb. To go is the base verb. To write is the base verb. To know is the base verb. From the base verb to go, the past simple is went. From the verb to write, the past simple is wrote. From the verb to know, the past simple is knew. Suppose another verb is to feed. So what is the second form of the verb? Fed. Second vowel, the inside vowel is dropped. the doubling of the vowel is here, one single vowel is dropped to make it past simple, that is called failed. So these are the various forms of the past simple as the other main verbs are concerned. So far as the half verb is concerned, the past simple is had, be verb is concerned, past simple is was and were. So these are the three important forms of the past simple tense. This is the making of the past simple tense. But another important rule, when we talk about the main verbs of the past simple tense, these are the positive. Went, wrote, knew, fed, such type of verbs in the past simple are used in the declarative pattern. Suppose declarative pattern, if I say Sita went to college yesterday, here went is the past simple. Another form, I wrote a letter, wrote is the past simple form. If I say he knew the answer, knew is the past simple form. If I say mother fed the child, fed is the past simple. Then how we have to use this past simple in the negative? So far as the negative or not is concerned, the past simple verb should go with the auxiliary verb did. That means it did not plus base verb. What is the base verb? Did not write. What is the base verb? Did not know. Know is the base verb. What is the negative form of the past simple fed? The negative form of past simple is did not feed. What is the negative form of the past simple went is did not go. So did not plus base verb. Did not go. Another did not know. Another did not write, etc. So these are the negatives of the past simple. And so far as the interrogative of the past simple is concerned, important, very very important for you. If the past simple in the positive or the declarative these are the forms, the negative is did not plus base verb. And in the interrogative, if I say, did you write the letter? Did you write the letter? Remember, what is the past simple verbs? Remember, did, write. These are the past simple. You just make it know by PS. PS means past simple. Did, write. So always remember, when we use past simple in negative and interrogative, always use did as the auxiliary verb. And here write is the main verb. When did is combined with write, we get as past simple tense. Past simple is neither did nor write. But when we use did, write, both the verbs make it past simple. So past simple in the negative and interrogative means you have to use the auxiliary verb did. Just like you used do or does in the present simple, so did is the past simple form of do and does. When do and does are used in the present simple form, did is the past simple of do and does. That is why did plus main verb combined together we get it past simple. So these are the three important forms you just remember. So far as the other main verbs are there, these are the past simple verb went, wrote, knew, fed, etc. But in the negative and interrogative, only you have to add the auxiliary verb did before the main verb to make the verbs as past simple. So now our past making of the past simple is already over. In the so far as the making of a past simple tense, I already told you that the making of the past simple means in the declarative, negative and the interrogative. Declarative means if wrote is in the declarative pattern, in the declarative means assertive sentence, declarative. Then in the negative did not write, past simple. Did not then base verb or bare infinitive. It is in the negative. And so far as the interrogative is concerned, did write. Did write. So these are the three principal forms of the past tense so far as the declarative, negative and interrogatives are concerned. Now the making of the past simple is already over. Then we switch on to your uses of the past simple. What are the uses of past simple? Uses means in which areas we generally use past simple tense. Number one, past action. If the action refers to, how do you know that the sentence refers to past action? How do you know that the action in the sentence refers to past? If we refer to past action, you must have certain types of verbs. Suppose certain sentence in the sentence you have yesterday. Yesterday is the time adverb. Suppose from the yesterday you can also write the day before. Also the previous day. Previous day. Also last night. Also previous evening. So these are the forms of these are the adverbs of time which refer that the actions are already over in the past. Suppose I say uncle dashed to our house. Uncle dashed to our house yesterday. Uncle dashed to our house yesterday, or day before, or the previous day. And you have 4 actions. Number 1 came. Number 2 has come. Number 3 was coming. And number 4 had been coming. So what will be the answer? Had been coming. Your obvious choice would be came. Because came is the second form of come. And it is the third form of the base verb to come. So uncle came to our house yesterday. You always mark yesterday. So when yesterday is there, you generally mean that the coming of uncle to our house is already over in the past. That is why he used the past simple form of come as came. For yesterday. Suppose if I say that lots of people dash in the Second World War. Lots of people dash in the Second World War, capital W, capital War. Suppose here you have the word as kill. The verb kill is there. The verb kill is there. So what will be the correct tense? Actually, most of the students, they aim or they commit certain types of error by simply using killed as the past simple. Remember, the sentence is wrong so far as the using of a past simple is concerned. Even though kill is the past simple of kill or the base verb is to kill, yet your answer is wrong. Yet your answer is imperfect. Why? Because the sentence is in the passive structure. Now the sentence in the passive. Actually, it is the lots of people who suffered the killing. Actually, they did not kill. Rather, they suffered the killing during the Second World War. So, as the sentence is in the passive structure, you have to add another be verb, that is where, for people as the plural noun. As the people as in the plural noun, so you have to use were killed. That means lots of people were killed in the Second World War, and were killed is the also is your past simple tense in the passive construction. So you have to particularly concentrate on the use of various types of past time expressions. Suppose I say he dashed the place. He dashed the place 2 days ago. You simply notice the use of ago. You simply forget about today, whether it is 2 days, whether it is 2 days, or whether it is 5 months, or whether it is 3 years. You simply insist on ago. Ago means some time that already over in the past from now on. Ago is the time adverb. So when ago is there with a certain time expression, your tense is in the past simple and the verb is lived. So what is the past simple of lived? Answer is left. Oh, so he left the place 2 days ago. He left the place 2 days ago. So left is the past simple, and now we have used left only for ago. It does not matter whether one left the place 2 days ago, or 2 years ago, or 6 months ago, or 20 minutes before, or 20 minutes ago. Whenever you see ago, that means our action is already over in the past. That is why we use the past simple of leave as a left. So he left the place 2 days ago. So these are the forms which you have to specially remember to use past simple as per the past time adverbials. Past. Rule number 2. What is the use of a past simple? Rule number 2. That means the past habitual action. So when some action went on for some time or for a persistent time or the long time, we call it the past habitual action. For past habitual action, you can use the adverb just like usually. You can use the adverb just like always, etc. So with these adverbs referring to past time, you can also use the past simple. If I say usually, grandfather, dash is umbrella. Usually grandfather dash is umbrella to the market when we were in the village. Remember, when we were in the village. You simply notice the use of a past simple where as the big or past simple where. So as one clause or the time clause has a past simple, generally the other clause refers to the past habitual action. So within the bracket, the verb is carry. So the past simple is from carry, it should be carried. Because we have already the past simple as wear. So for the wear as the past simple, definitely the other word should also take the same tense. That is past simple. So from the carry, the verb is carried. So carried here is connected with wear. As wear is in the past simple, you also use carried as the past simple to denote past habitual action. So for past habitual action, use past simple. Another past simple also goes with, that means describing or narrating an event. That means it is called story. While you describe or narrate a story, you also use past simple. But generally such type of story begins with there as the domi subject. Suppose they are dash an emperor. They are dash an emperor in Delhi. Within the bracket, 4 options are there. Number 1, lived. Number 2, was living. Number 4, had lived. And number 4 is had been living. You simply find the common things. Common things between these 4 forms of past simple tense. One is the past simple, another is past progressive, another is past perfect, and last one is past perfect progressive. If these 4 forms refer to the past time action, our question is that which tense should we use to fill in the gap here? The sentence here begins with there. Once you begin the sentence with there, that means this completely is related to the narration of a story. As the story is narrated, we generally use past simple. So the past simple is lived. They are lived. Never use after there was living, because it is a serious blunder or it is a serious mistake. So today I just gave you certain types of hints regarding the use of a past simple tense in these 3 important rules. Number 1 rule is over. Number 2 rule is simply connected with the past simple tense. And number 3, while you have described a story or a narrated story. And the rest of the past tense, simple and past progressive, I will discuss in detail when I will be taking my next class. That means rest of the past simple and the next form, that is called past progressive or past continuous. Till then, have a good day, and for more information, you please go to my English channel icon and press the bell icon. That's all for today.